And then at number 5, how the fuck? It's still here. It won't go away. Someone please end my existence. The Emoji Movie at number 5.
Are you?
Wait.
I've been disconnected from society. They actually made the Emoji Movie.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of the Thought Patrol podcast. I am joined by Jonathan.
Hello.
Sam Harris.
Konnichiwa.
And maybe Shawn down the line. We will see. We will find out if he will be joining us or not, or it'll just be the three of us. I don't know. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. And we're going to go ahead and move straight on into our intro, see how everyone's doing. How are you doing, Jonathan? How was your week?
Pretty good. I've just been spending the past couple of days getting ready to go back to school. And then the other day, or actually yesterday, I went and traded in my Xbox One and got a Switch, which ended up being a really good deal. I bought the Switch, Zelda, Mario Kart, and a carrying case for the Switch. And the total was like $450, $460, I think.
Man.
And because I was trading in a console, I got extra money out of the trade. And for the whole package that I bought, I had to spend at least, it was $260 in the end.
Nice.
Ended up being a really good deal. So I'm very pleased. I've been playing Zelda for the past day and a half. So
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds
pretty
cool.
addicting.
Yeah, it definitely has that way of pulling you in and not letting go. It's really good. I'm glad you're finally like on the Switch side. Got that system. It's cool.
Join the dark side.
Welcome to the Switch Nation.
Yeah. So that's
Switch
cool.
Master Race.
Please. Probably the furthest from. All right. How about you, Sam? How you been doing this week?
I've been doing pretty great. I had a pretty crazy week. My dad had his birthday. He turned 56, which is awesome. We got him Panthers tickets. He's a huge Carolina Panthers fan. He's going to go in November to watch them play the Falcons. So hopefully by then they won't be sucking, but who knows. And then my car, had a pretty crazy week. I had an inspection done, and right after that, on the way home, my tire blew out, which was fun, and had to end up getting the spare done. The guy who inspected it came and helped me, and then I just went ahead and bit the bullet, and I was like, let me just go and get some new tires. So I'm now riding on some moderately nice tires, so I don't have to worry about that for a good long while. Yeah, but work was pretty normal, nothing too crazy. Been playing a ton of games lately. Like it's ridiculous. I got Sonic Mania. Let me just say, I played the original, and this one is amazing. It is such a well polished game. The sound is fantastic. The music, oh my goodness, the music is on par with like Zelda almost, not like orchestral, but just it's so catchy and stuff. Beautiful graphics. I got mine on the Switch. I was gonna get it for PS4, but I was like, come on, what am I kidding? I need to get it for the Switch. So I've been playing that. I've been playing a lot of old Kirby games. They had a sale on the 3DS eShop. And playing those. Those are pretty fun, very simple things. And then let's see. I've been playing, and I talked to you about this, Kyle, on that stream you had. A game called Rogue Galaxy. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that. It's a really fun JRPG. It has elements of sort of like Kingdom Hearts almost, gameplay wise. Trying to platinum that game. I'm kind of in the grindy trophies right now, so hopefully I'll have that platinum soon. But yeah, that's been my week so far.
Cool. Sounds good. Definitely. My week's been okay as well. As you guys can tell, those of you that do follow the YouTube channel, there has been some back and forth going on. I did start a Let's Play, but my computer's just so shitty. It has issues recording it. It drops frames even below 30, so it's hit like 20 frames. Like I can't. It's a game about stick figures. It's like it's so what I've done is I've taken the plunge. I've picked up effectively a new PC. It's got like a NVIDIA i7, an NVIDIA 1070. It's got an i7 7700K, something like that. And it's got like 16 gigs RAM. So it's a decent computer. It's like $1,400 around there. So that should be here hopefully before next week. I just recently got notification that they started to build it. I'm not entirely sure when it will be here. But they take their sweet ass time because they want you to pay the extra money to get it here faster. So I'm waiting on it. I'm excited. We're going to get better content out to you guys that isn't shit. I could get rid of this crappy laptop, and then I'm going to be moving all my stuff in this room into the next room where we have our current desktop, which is a pile of garbage. And so we're going to be moving around and doing stuff like that. But yeah, exciting. It's exciting stuff. I'm excited to be moving forward. Again, we like last week we started video. Now we're starting actual. We're going to have an actual computer on the team at least so we could start cranking out Let's Plays every day like I did, but it will be better, just more interesting, better content for you guys. That's the goal. That's what I'm working on. So it's definitely exciting stuff. We're kind of starting to see everything fall into place. And yeah, I'm happy to see where we're going with it moving forward. And as I see, I think Shawn is he's editing the document, I think. So he might be joining us soon. He's editing the outline. So we'll see. So we might hold off from that and we might come back to it. We might have a little bit of a break in flow this episode. We'll see what happens. So I'm glad you all were able to join me. I'm glad you out there listening or watching, that you're here, that you're with us, and that you care enough about our voices to actually come back every week. That's awesome. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. And we're going to be, again, moving forward. I'm going to go over some housekeeping real quick. Just some
housekeeping.
Get some clerical shit out of the way. I might turn that into a drop. And every time I do that, it will just drop that one soundbite of you saying housekeeping. And so we have a Discord. If you guys use Discord or you talk to your friends on Discord, we do have a server. It will be in the description below. Come on, join. Come talk to the host. We have all the hosts in there. Say hi if you have a question you want to ask us, or if you have something you want to see in like the future, let us know. You could also do the same thing in the comments below on the YouTube video if you want to talk to us that way. That is easier. If you don't use Discord, that's perfectly fine. If you do like our content, go ahead, hit subscribe, click that bell so you could get it every week. We do this podcast every week, and in the middle of the week, we're trying to get it more active, but we do our after hours, which is basically us just fucking around for an hour. Nighttime, and that stuff is streamed. So if you're not doing anything Wednesday nights around 9 p.m. Eastern, yeah, we're definitely there. We'll be talking. You can come talk to us live, chill out with the hosts, grab some popcorn, do whatever you want, and we'll be there. I'm gonna try and keep it on Wednesday nights at 9. So if you have that availability, you're not doing anything, hit us up. And then also we have a Twitter. If you want updates on the channel, what's going on, if there'll be a Let's Play out, yes or no, blah, 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 follow us on Twitter. And if you really enjoy our content and you'd be happy enough to leave an iTunes review, that really would help us out a lot. It gets us higher up on the podcasting services, which is some of the faster ways to climb. So that'd be definitely, I know how hard it is to leave a review on iTunes because iTunes itself is a shitty program. I just don't like it at all. And
down with Apple.
Yeah. So, but we'd really appreciate if that's the case. Or if you're listening on any podcasting service that has that rating system, go ahead, do that and help us out with that. So like I said, we're gonna skip over the breaking news for now, and we'll come back to Germany or Florida. There was a little bit of a hiccup, and the skit is not done yet, but it's actively being made. So if you're listening to history in the making. Shawn, I think, is working on it right now, and because he's out, so he's probably doing it on his phone, and then we'll come back to it pretty much, and we'll bring that a little bit later in the episode. So because of that, we're going to move straight on to the box office tops, and we'll come back to that. So, box office this week, we had at number 1, we had Annabelle Creation, which is Warner Brothers. It is its first week running, and it made $48 million in the first week. I don't remember what any of that is. Its total gross is obviously $48 million, and its budget was only $15 million. So, yeah, I've heard mixed things about Annabelle Creation. I don't really like the Conjuring series as a whole. I'm not a big fan of scary movies, not because they're scary. I just think a lot of them end up being dumb. So yeah, no, it's too spoopy. Every time I go, I end up shitting myself.
Yeah, dolls are one of those things you just. It's just one of those things like that playthrough you did when you met the doll. Yeah, I was like, no, that I don't want to mess with that.
yeah. It really depends, because I think with horror, since it's so dependent on the person it's being presented to, some people don't find dolls scary at all, and some people find them absolutely terrifying. Some people don't find little girls scary that are creepy. Some people find them absolutely terrifying. So it really depends on who the horror is falling on for it to be effective. So not a lot of horror. I can't think of the word I want to use here, but a lot of horror is dependent on who's receiving it. So yeah, but I've heard mixed things about the whole Conjuring series. So we'll see. Moving on to the number 2, we have Dunkirk, which is also by Warner Brothers. That has made $16 million this week. It's a 37% drop from last week. It is on its 4th week, so that's just. It's typical. It's what happens. A lot of people have seen the movie. A lot of people don't see a reason of going back to see it again. And it has grossed totally $158 million, and its budget was $100 million. So it made it back its budget. It's doing good. I heard it was a really good movie, so that's exciting. I heard that, what was his name? Christopher Nolan did a very good job on the film.
Yeah, I want to see that real bad.
So yeah.
The only bad thing I've heard about it is it's very boring.
Yeah,
like
it's
a lot of people were saying it's like a documentary almost. Yeah. So I really wanted to see it, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I've heard it's kind of more of a thriller drama style than an actual war movie. It like takes these 3 stories and puts them together and stuff like that. So, but I've heard it was good. At number 3, we have The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature. I don't even know what that studio is.
That's Sony. It's either Sony or DreamWorks. I can't remember.
Like on the dock it says ORF. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I think that was one of those, I guess, this production companies, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's DreamWorks.
Okay, so it grossed $12 million. It's its first week. So it made $12 million. It's again, it says its first week it's only grossed $12 million total, and it's about a budget of $40 million. And every time I hear that name, I think porno. So I don't know what it is.
It is a sequel to a mediocre. I didn't see the movie. I did see a CinemaSins on it, which was hilarious. It was very loosely weird animated movie about a squirrel trying to save a clan of squirrels. And it has some pretty high actors, like Will Arnett is the main squirrel. I don't know anything. I even forgot that they made a sequel because it's so unforgettable. It's one of those like, hey, let's make a quick buck off of animation. So it's terrible.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that it has an all-star cast when it comes to the voice acting.
Yeah.
It's just not a well-directed movie. It's a kids movie, so it will make at least a little bit of money. I could see it making its budget at least. If it grows $12 million the first week, we'll see what happens. And then at number 4, huge drop, we have The Dark Tower, which only grossed $11 million. So it's a 56% drop from last week, which was its initial week. So it fell hard as fuck from the first week. It's only grossed $37 million, and it's got a budget of $60 million. So I could see it making it back, especially once DVD releases come out and stuff like that. But it's going to be a close one. And then at number 5, how the fuck? It's still here. It won't go away. Someone please end my existence. The Emoji Movie at number 5.
Are you Wait. I've been disconnected from society. They actually made the emoji movie.
Yeah, no. It came out.
I thought it got canceled.
Nope.
No, they were teasing people with it, and they were like, "No, it's really coming." And I was like, "No." And then I saw a trailer, and I was like, "They've done it."
What is even the premise of the movie?
So the premise is that
here's our review corner, guys, for this week. The emoji movie.
One of the I have not seen the movie, but I've
it's okay,
done a lot of
Sam.
research. So
it's okay.
It's basically about the meh. It's about the meh emoji, the one that's like whatever. He is rebelling against his own emotion, I guess. He wants to be other than what he is, and he's trying to go against, the norms. His family is a bunch of mess too. And and so the premise is that he wants to be his own thing, and so he meets these other emojis that are like misfits that have been, not used, and he goes through this adventure. And like I said, I haven't seen it, but I've seen so many reviews and stuff that the plot is so weird. It's like it's trying to be meta, but it's very hard from the reviews I've read. So
yeah,
the reason it's making money is because it's a kids movie, and probably has some kids who are like, "Hey, I want to go see it. It's got colors and stuff."
Yeah, I wonder how, because the way it is, it seems like it's for a younger audience. I wonder how much of those jokes fall on deaf ears, because, I mean, it depends, because there's a lot of kids like from like 6 to 9 range that do have phones. So now that I think about it, it's not like when I was in school, I didn't get my a cell phone till like after I fucking graduated, and I had to buy it myself. But yeah, a lot of kids, I guess, get phones very early.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why the hell it's still in the top 5, and we do the top 5, so it's there. Not much going on in movies. For Dunkirk is good, but yeah, but that from last week, that was a 47% drop from last week, and it's in its 3rd week, and it's made 67 million. So there is still there might be even a possibility we'll see a second sequel to the Emoji
I
movie.
wouldn't doubt it.
And the meme will live on in infamy. So it is rough. It's definitely rough that it's still up there. So again, we've kind of pushed back Germany or Florida. Shawn is still working on it, actively tiring away in the sweatshops, working over the skit, and we'll come back to it. So let's go on to our news. So we're gonna go through. We only, again, not much has really happened this week in news for at least gaming. So I only have a couple articles that I found that were interesting. The rest really wasn't much. We're kind of in a little bit of a gaming lull while we wait for more stuff to come out. So,
it's dry season right now.
Yeah, it is. It's dry. So I'll go ahead and read the first. I'll have Sam read the second, and then Jonathan can read the third and final. And we'll discuss after we read them. We'll go through them real quick. So the first article we have is the Nintendo Switch outsells the PS4 and Xbox One in the U.S. July sales. So the NPD recently released its report for July 2017, showing that the Nintendo Switch was the best-selling console of the month in the U.S. Its success was mostly secured by new units coming into retail and the launch of Splatoon 2, which was July's best-selling game. On the year-to-date basis, however, Sony's PS4 still remains the best-selling console. So, yeah, we talked about Switch a little bit earlier. It's cool to see that. It's weird because I've heard a lot of people refer to the Switch, and I could see this. I've heard a lot of people refer to the Switch itself as a early access console because the OS on it is very minimal. There's no media apps on it. It's pretty much strictly for gaming currently. So a lot of people see it as something that kind of rushed out. It is weird that it came out in March instead of near the holiday season. So Nintendo's still taking those leaps to kind of be different from everyone else. And this one has really pulled off for them. They've sold a shitload of units. I think we're rapidly approaching 5 million if we haven't passed it yet. So if this continues the way it is definitely on track for on track for catching up to the Wii even, which was 60 million, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Nintendo, I think, had said that they were planning on shipping out 10 million units, I think, this fiscal year. So I would not be surprised if it hit 10 million by the beginning of next year, even surpassing that. I really enjoy my Switch. I can definitely see why it outsold, because the thing about Nintendo is they really had a drawback with the Wii U, and they really I think they really decided, hey, let's bunker down, let's really see what people are wanting, let's really go through our development. And they really, I think, took what people said and they were like, okay, this is what we wanted to do with the Wii U, but now it's a little bit later, but here it is. And I think it's awesome. I hope that now, I know we'll probably never reach PS4, even PS2. No one's gonna touch the PS2, but I can definitely see this being the more successful console in their timeline. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy about what it's done so far.
yeah, I'm definitely happy for Nintendo, because I think that what we have, at least with Zelda and Splatoon 2 and all these games, and now Mario around the corner, we definitely have a solid console currently. It's definitely solid. I can understand where people are coming in with the early access, because the OS is pretty bare bones. You have all your games. Yeah. That's about it. You can take pictures, and there's a news section. And then the store doesn't really have a lot on it. We're still waiting, but they definitely have a lot of promises. Now, if they keep these promises in a timely manner, I think this will definitely propel the sales. Propel? That's the word. When I said that, I thought of like the water, like the vitamin water stuff that they sell.
Yeah.
But that would definitely push the sales, because if they if they're like in a month from now, they're like, boom, virtual console, you have that demand just skyrockets again. Because like now you could play old NES, SNES games. I think what they're doing is they're waiting for kind of this hype by the NES and SNES classic things coming out. They're kind of waiting for that to die, because once that's out of the way, then they'll drop virtual, whatever they're called. I could see them. Yeah. I could see them maybe doing a Nintendo 64 classic too down the line, because these things have been so successful.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because actually I've heard rumors online that there have been patents being submitted for a N64 classic. Now I can't confirm them, but I've definitely heard rumors about it.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if you see at the end of this year or even early next year, you see hey, we're coming with the N64 classic. So well, that'll be awesome.
Let's see let's take a guess here real quick, as a little bit of a look into the future. What kind of games do you think would be on the N64 classic if they do release it? I'm thinking
Ocarina of Time for sure.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I could see Super Mario 64 definitely. Hopefully, maybe Smash 64.
I can see Smash coming back. I don't know too much about the Nintendo 64.
You probably see Mario Kart 64, obviously.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The problem though with the N64 is that it had a lot of great first party, but a lot of them were third party titles. And you also have to remember licensing, because quick sidebar. So Chrono Trigger is not going to be on the SNES, and the reason why is that I think there's some licensing issues with that, and I don't think they were able to acquire it somehow. I think Square still owns it, and I don't know if Square and Nintendo are still on good terms.
Wait, you said which game?
Chrono Trigger.
I'm example. I'm like, what?
No. So N64 is where, because like GoldenEye, I'm not sure who owns GoldenEye.
Oh yeah, me neither.
If they have rights to it.
Who made GoldenEye? What company? Was it Rare?
It's Rare.
Yeah,
it is Rare. Oh, well, we'll see. Here's the weird thing, and I don't want to go off a tangent, but see, Rare was purchased in, I think, 2001, 2002, and they had made games for the N64. They made Banjo-Kazooie, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye. So the problem is that, these games, GoldenEye was a seller for N64. So to not have that on a classic would be very, very, it would suck, but they would have to release something saying this is the reason why. So really, when it comes down to it, you probably have all your first party stuff. Like they'll probably have Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. That was a great game. Again, I'm like maybe Mario. One of the Mario parties. Mario Party was a huge hit on 64. I'm trying to think some other good ones. Can't have Banjo-Kazooie. Obviously, that would be amazing. But of course, Rare still has that. I'm trying to think of maybe Diddy Kong Racing. I don't know if that in my opinion was better than Mario Kart on the N64 because it was a 3D racer.
Yeah.
Had an adventure mode. Again, that's owned by Rare. I don't know who. Well, actually,
effectively, Microsoft owns Rare right now, don't they?
Right. And they did. And actually, Nintendo released a Diddy Kong Racing on the DS in I think 2006. So maybe it's not a far fetched to see Diddy Kong on the N64 Classic if they were to come out with one. And then after that, I'm kind of drawing a blank on some other quintessential N64 games.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I definitely see what you're talking about. And another thing is, this is the first console that they released where there was where people started to have problems with the controller. I've heard a lot of people did not like the 64 controller. I didn't care for it too much either. Right. And because SNES, NES, those had amazing controllers. They were fantastic. They were perfectly designed for what they were supposed to do. And then the Nintendo 64 comes out, and you're like, now we got this thing.
Yeah.
And will they go through the trouble to re-release the controller like that? I could see them doing it for nostalgia.
Yeah.
But
see, the thing is that, in my opinion, I thought it was a decent controller for what it was. It was very awkward at having a 3-point grip because you could hold the sides or you could hold the middle, which is what most people did because he's the joystick. So it would, and then of course that evolved from the GameCube controller, which was, I think, is one of my top controllers of all time. That is a great controller, even though how wonky it looks. So I maybe they might modify it. Maybe they could. I don't know. Maybe they'll make a modified version of it, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%. I think Shawn's here. Is that you, Shawn? Have you come to join us? I'll take the silence as a yes. He has arrived though in the chat, so we are now joined by Shawn. When he gets the time and he's ready and he gets everything set up, he will discuss with us. But yeah, I feel you 100%. So we'll definitely need to see the licensing. I can see the problem. I can see, I don't know. It depends what Nintendo decides to do, because I could definitely see a Nintendo 64 Classic coming around the bend. Yeah. So, and hopefully they stop there. I don't want a GameCube Classic after that. Just give me my fucking virtual market, you assholes. I want to play Super Mario Sunshine on the Switch now.
You literally read my mind. I was just about to say that. Yeah, I can't wait for that, hopefully.
I want that. Stop with these classic things. If you're going to go one more, fine. Stop at the 64. Maybe fix the controller so it's not a piece of shit, at least in my opinion, and then release it that way. I don't know what they'll do. Licensing's a bitch. So that's we're going to go through the rest of our news, and then since Shawn has joined us, we're going to go back and we'll go back to the article and then do the skit after we do that. So, Sam, do you got the second article? You want to read that for us?
Yes. All right. PUBG sells 7 million copies, passes 600,000 concurrent users.
Jesus.
According to Steam Buy, the game has passed 7 million copies sold. That's a huge number when you consider the game only came out in March and the fact that it remains unfinished. It's been in early access since release. Battlegrounds cost $30. So with 7 million sales, it could have brought in as much as $210 million in revenue already. Battlegrounds is on top of Steam's top sellers chart. Another number
better than Tyler.
Another number that speaks to the popularity of Battlegrounds is 620,612. That's the number of people who are playing the game at peak times. Earlier this month, Battlegrounds passed 500,000 concurrent players. So it continues to grow. It's edged out CS:GO in terms of peak concurrent players, but still behind Valve's hugely popular and free MOBA Dota 2.
Yep. And that's crazy. I'm excited to get PUBG once my computer comes in and get into that. But it's definitely elevated past everything else. It's way past King of the what was it called, King of the Kill or whatever it was from H1Z1. So it's kind of excelled. But now what I'm wondering is moving forward, will we have something like a AAA developer pick this idea, this battle royale Hunger Games style thing, and do something better? And then if they do that, will that exceed PUBG? Because the thing with it is like, okay, as an example, so we have Twitch, right? Twitch's integration in general can sometimes be problematic and painful. Xbox or Microsoft came out with a system called Mixer. I think it's called Mixer now, which is a streaming service. That's a very well put together streaming service. But the thing is it's not popular because Twitch reigns supreme right now. So even though Twitch has a less intuitive system than Mixer just can't beat Twitch because it's like just dominating in its popularity. So will we see something along those lines where PUBG will just become too big to be stomped down by a AAA developer, or we'll see like a AAA developer come along the lines, try something like this and give us a fully realized concept, although I'm not saying PUBG isn't, but something that's completed, done, and drop it, and then that will be what we'll all be playing a couple months from now. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. I mean, I can I don't know if y'all have Game Informer, but Game Informer did a interview with the creator of PUBG, and he's got a crazy where he started it. He did a mod for Arma 2, and then he went to H1Z1, and then he went to PUBG, and it's crazy. If you can find the article somewhere, it's a really good read. But I don't know. I've only watched a bunch of gameplay. I've never played it, but I can definitely see there is definitely some passion and love put into this. It seems very well put together for being early access. So if a AAA developer takes this, they might start swarming it with microtransactions.
Well, it's already it technically has that already. There are like cosmetic loot boxes, and I don't have anything wrong with that personally, because it's not something that affects gameplay. Although there goes Shawn. And though we could have an argument for that, because if it's a cosmetic look and it's in a game where if you're having something that's darker clothing, you can hide easier. You kind of get what I'm saying? That could be the only exception I really see to the rule. But they have like these they have these skirts that they release. They're like schoolgirl outfits, and those things go for like fucking $300 on the Steam store. Like people trading them for each other just because they're so hard to come by, and people really want that schoolgirl outfit for their female character. So it's weird, but
I just feel like a AAA developer is going to. They might try to monetize it beyond what it is now, and it might turn some people off. Now, it'll be more polished for sure, but I just think a lot of people love this game, and I just don't know if another publisher / developer can really make something as popular as this, because with the install base that it has and how fast it's growing, if someone does come out with another one, they're going to have to make it over the top, give it some gimmicks, or give it something to make people want to go to this one, because it's the hottest game right now for PC and people are playing it constantly. I mean, all the major YouTubers are playing it. So like I said, unless someone just makes a fantastic game like this, then it's going to be like this for years.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited to see where it goes.
I don't know about you guys, but I figure EA, Electronic, Activision or Ubisoft needs to pick it up like right away.
Yeah.
And just put that magic touch that they have on franchises.
Magic touch of microtransactions and shitty
I was going to say, you said EA and Ubisoft, so I don't know what magic touch you're referring to.
And don't forget Activision. Activision had the magic touch too.
You mean the copy and paste experts?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Introducing the next Call of Duty, Call of Duty 10. It's Call of Duty 9 with the same skin.
This one has aliens in it.
Yeah,
then it's Halo.
Someone say Bungie? What are you talking about? I feel where you're coming from. I don't know. I don't think it will be going anywhere anytime soon, because it's bigger than what King of the Kill was when it was popular before it came around. And I think it uses the Arma source or Arma's source engine, whatever the Arma uses, they use that because it's a mod of Arma 3. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they say they have like a team of like 30 people working on it, working on balancing it and stuff like that. So as long as they keep it interesting, maybe give some new maps in the future because there's technically only one, or maybe even improve the map that everyone currently plays on. Maybe add more variety to the buildings and stuff like that, make it feel more like a lived-in world. Their main goal right now is to keep it relevant because they know that they are sitting on a cash cow. So that's I think what they'll probably be working on doing is keeping it as relevant as possible so that everyone's streaming it on Twitch, everyone's playing it on YouTube, and people are throwing money at it.
Right.
So
yeah, I think that's the key is variety, because while it looks great there, I think it can get stale pretty quick. I could definitely, like you said, like if they get more maps, maybe like a snow map or a make like an exotic map, like they're on a literal tropical island maybe, or have like some like weird stuff. So yeah, I think that's the key, is that you have to have variety with it, because I can definitely see how it can get kind of old fast. I mean, I understand that each game's going to be totally different, and that's the great thing about it. But I can definitely see there being some issues with variety. So
yeah. All right, let's move on to the next article. Jonathan, do you think you can read that, or you want me to?
I can. I got it.
All right, cool.
All right, so forgive me, I have dyslexia. Destiny 2 will walk you into your loadout for certain high-level missions. Interesting. Bungie revealed that there are big chances coming to high-level activities. Certain endgame activities will restrict loadout customization, and Nightfall strikes will now be timed. Locking down players' loadouts is something that Destiny 1 never did. In any situation, players can modify their gear and weapons to best suit the activity that they were playing. Destiny 2, however, certain high-level activities will prevent you from changing your loadout and subclass. The Nightfall timer is straightforward, but it will likely require significant change in gameplay from how Nightfall strikes were often completed in Destiny 1. So when they're saying you can't change your loadout, is it saying you can't change your weapon and subclass like in the middle of a strike or something?
Yeah. So they're trying to add more of a pre-game planning. So I could definitely see raids like maybe on like the heroic difficulty being where like the moment you start the raid, you're stuck to this class. So it's more of like, okay, I have the shotgun, you have the rocket launcher, we need to be in groups of 2, blah, blah, blah. So there's much more planning to it ahead of time so that when you form your group, it's not, which is also going to it's going to be interesting because it's going to put a weird feel on the matchmaking for raids, because I know they're adding technically the guided game system. So I want to see how that's going to work. Maybe it will scan the loadouts and match people according to loadouts, or you could search for people with a specific loadout. I don't really know what they're planning on doing with it, but it's going to make where that planning ahead of time is going to be much more important than it was previously. Because previously you could go from a sniper to a rocket launcher, blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be much more like, you are our designated sniper for this raid. You are our designated ad clear with the rocket launcher. You are a designated upfront CQC with the shotgun. And then you mess around with the subclasses on top of that as well. So you're definitely going to have to work with your team to kind of make certain pairs before you jump into these missions, so you can't just switch on the fly. That's what they're trying to do. They're making it more of a strategic planning element in there, so you can't just run into it. That also makes it interesting when you go to start a raid. You don't know what you're going to be expecting, so it'll be more of a trial and error kind of thing, trying to figure out what certain people will need. Like, oh, we actually needed a sniper, but now we're kind of boned, so we're gonna have to figure out what to do to make up for not having one, kind of stuff. So it sounds interesting. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it because I'm so used to being able to swatch the weapons in and out, but I could see if they do it well, it could add that layer of strategy that's necessary. Even though the raids are hard as fuck already, it could add that one extra layer that really makes it feel like this is like an undertaking, on top of the fact that you're spending 6 hours inside of a raid, depending on how good your team is. So,
like what was that one? Wrath of the Machine.
Yep.
First time we did it, I think a total time in the raid, it took us 11 hours or something like that.
Yeah, we stopped at like 3 or 4 in the morning because we had no idea what we were doing. So we had just kind of figured it out over time.
Well, we finished the first part of it like the day before. And then I think we went back and did the final boss fight the next day.
Yeah, and we didn't want to
Before it
stop
reset.
because it was going to
Yeah.
reset that next day. So we were like, shit, we got to finish this tonight, and we
And it
eventually
took us
did.
until 3 a.m. God, that was terrible.
Yeah, that happened when the first time we did Oryx too. Me, Antony, and Tyler, we were running through Oryx. It was like 4:30 in the fucking morning, and we were still doing it. And Antony was like falling asleep, so we had times where we failed because you have to like jump up on these platforms timed. So we'd look over like, Antony, go, and he'd look over it, and you just hear like snoring, and he's not fucking moving. And we're like, God damn it, Antony! And he's like, what? And then we all got wiped, and we had to restart that part again. So that shit was funny. Eventually, we just had it. I think we had it at the point where we gave him the least demanding job. So, like, your job's to stand here and shoot things when they spawn. He's like, okay. And then, so we had everyone else doing the platform.
And then he'd fall asleep.
So, yeah, Oryx was a bitch, the last fight, because there was so much stuff that you had to manage, and everyone had to be on the game when they were doing stuff. So, yeah, Destiny 2's, we got... What, 2 more weeks, a couple weeks, and it'll be here.
Yeah.
I'm sad because my PC will not be here in time to test the open beta. So I'm sad. I can't try it in beautiful 60 frames. So, so that was our news. Again, not much had happened really this week. So now that we're done with that and we were waiting for the skit to be finished, we will go back and we're going to do our Germany or Florida segment now that it is complete. Shawn was working laboriously under the hot, intense heat of his lamp to finish whatever the fuck he has for us today. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a curtain call. We're going to kind of figure out who's going to be doing what. So Sam.
I should probably warn you, I was watching an extremely shitty movie, which may have spilled over into the shittiness of this.
A bit of anger in the film. Oh yeah, when you said that, what film did you go see? What did you go watch?
Oh God, it was the last Transformers movie.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh man. Okay. Well, we won't get on.
It was good company. I went simply because one of my close friends was like, "Hey, let's go see this movie. I want to see if it's as bad as everybody says it was." And I was like, "Well, I saw the one before it. I guarantee you it's as bad." And I'm like, "But fuck it, let's go." So
Yeah.
I went and spent $20 on popcorn and drinks, and sat and watched Michael Bay shit all over my beloved franchise for a 5th time.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Michael
That's right.
Bay just needs to just
Stop. Like Zack Snyder. Just stop. Stop what you're doing.
I want to kick him in the nuts so hard that his eyes pop out of his skull. That's really just.
Yeah.
I want to do it that hard. Like,
Speaking of Snyder,
whatever John. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Snyder, I don't know if you heard, but Josh Whedon actually has taken over Justice League, and he is doing some reshoots and some rewrites for
Yeah,
Justice
I heard they were redoing the ending and stuff too, right?
Yeah. So that's a good. I think that's good. Josh Whedon is doing Batgirl, which I'm really excited about that. So, and I feel bad how Snyder left because he had a family tragedy. So I mean, I really hated that it he had to leave, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I mean, again, no one ever wants anyone to have a misfortune in family, but I mean, maybe give a little pressure off of him, and maybe he gets time to like take a little sabbatical and maybe rethink things. But I'm definitely glad that Whedon is getting his hand in the DC universe right now.
I heard that.
Yeah, I'll be the first person to say that what happened to Snyder was horrible, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Oh yeah, me neither.
But I am not upset that he's not on the project anymore either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a horrible. I know I'm an inhuman person for saying that, but I hated what he did to the DC universe. Every little tiny stretch of it, I fucking hated. So I'd like to see it take a different turn. Definitely not, I really wish this would have been something else beyond anything, especially with the whole tragedy of it. But Snyder, if anybody can turn around the direction it was going, I would say it's Joss. Just be ready for him to kill off your favorite character. I'm still bitter over Wash. Fuck you, Whedon.
Now, the thing here is cautiously moving forward is with this film, it's already a percentage of it has been done, and the script has been written, and all that's out of the way. But that was done with Snyder on the helm. So now moving forward, how many times has this movie been reshot? It's been a couple of times already, hasn't it? So now
I think it has. Yeah.
So the thing I'm worried about is now we're trying to blend in the views of two different directors moving forward. I want to see. I don't know if I just want them to continue where they're going or just scrap the whole project and restart with Whedon directing. I don't know how I feel about it, because if they're trying to blend these two visions, especially Snyder's and what he said, Whedon was his name.
Josh Whedon.
Whedon. I said Whedon. Oh, whatever. I just forgot his last name.
Did you just say Weezer?
No, I said Weeder. So, with that blend, they have to be careful moving forward, because you don't want this to turn into a shit show of views. I mean, so
that's what happened to Suicide Squad. They basically had some reshoots, and it kind of made it almost two different movies. So, from what I heard, he's only doing revisions for the third act, which is probably the most important part. Possibly. So we'll just see. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how studios and executives work like this. I don't know how much free range he has, but we'll just have to see. And again, I'm going to be optimistic. I know that might be a clouded, view, but I'm just excited to see a Justice League movie in theaters.
Yeah.
Whether it be good or bad. So.
Well, let's just hope it's good.
Yeah.
Instead of having to worry about it being bad. So we'll see. I'm excited though. I definitely want to see it too.
If he fucks up Batman anymore, I'm going to riot. I swear I will riot.
So, with all that out of the way, we're going to go. We're going to do a curtain call. We're going to kind of see who's going to do what. Now, Sam, I want you to do the crook, but I want not just like something that would be synonymous with some kind of perpetrator, but maybe like a creepy. Because from reading what's going on here, maybe like
a rapist.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I don't think I have that in my repertoire, but I think I've got. I think I have like maybe.
Give me like.
Poor Sam.
Maybe give me maybe like. How about this? Maybe like a creepy fat dude, like.
Okay.
Chocolate.
Channel violator from
we already
Shawn.
got one.
Yeah, technically that is my dream. Being that creepy fat dude, because that's what I live out every day. So, we need an anchor and an interviewer. So again, just because Shawn's mic, sometimes it's hard to tell what he's saying. I'd rather him not do it. Nothing against Shawn, I love him and he's my butt buddy. But we need to set this up.
I crack under pressure. I can't do this.
Do you want to be the interviewer, or just you could be the anchor? They only read like twice, so you just read the start and then read the end. Fine. Okay. And then Sam, you want to be the crook or you want to be the interviewer?
I don't know. I feel like I'll let you, if you want. I think I'd like to be the interviewer, but that's up to you.
I'm down to do anything. So I could be the crook and I'll just be the creepy fat guy. That sounds good.
There you go. I'll be the interviewer then.
All right. I guess I'm just playing myself. They should just change the name to Kyle. So, all right. So we move on to our. Let me explain the article real quick. So this is basically thieves went and they stole 22 tons of Nutella. That's about it.
That's a lot of Nutella.
That is a lot of Nutella. So that's
I
going
guess
to be.
They're going to do the bath. The
Nutella bath. Man, I would not want to get Nutella in like orifices in your body. That does not sound. Ugh.
Your orify.
Just imagine sitting down in that, because you'd like get stuck practically because it's so thick. Damn, dude. They'd have to like scoop. They'd have to scoop you out of the Nutella bath. Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to be putting my hand
stuck on the thickness.
Yeah, thick. All right, with 2 C's. All right, so let's move on to our Germany or Florida segment with our breaking news. That's you, Jonathan. Get it.
Hello and welcome to Channel 69 News, and this week we bring to you the tale of betrayal, passion, and destruction as we recount the recent Nutella raid on a local town. We go to Sam, who is at the scene. Has anyone noticed how many criminals have been stopping to be interviewed by our intrepid interviewer?
Finish the damn. You got one more sentence.
Oh shit!
God damn it!
I simply cannot wait for this.
Thanks, Jonathan. Your enthusiasm is infectious. Tonight, we present you a story of mythical, even biblical proportions as we talk to the mastermind behind the recent Nutella raid.
Hey guys, how's it going? Listen, it's Nutella, okay? Who doesn't want to pack that fudgy delicious mud into their face hole? I salivate just thinking about it. Oh, Nutella. I don't care what anyone thinks. It's a fucking truck of brown, messy goodness that I just need in my mouth. I like how Jonathan muted himself because he's All right, interviewer, go.
Okay, looks like I need another job, like yesterday. I'm pretty sure you guys did this to me on purpose.
I can tell you're impressed. To get into the love pipe of Nutella, I cracked a genius scheme. I first rubbed canola oil over my entire body, all 300 pounds of it, to make myself harder to catch naturally. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Oh?
I'm sorry. Fuck. Then, while oiled, I practiced yoga and strip aerobics in front of mirrors in order to make sure I was in peak form for my chocolate love heist. The folds.
I wish I were dead right now.
So to make sure I was juiced and prepared for the journey ahead, I went to a jog around a nearby preschool for about 20 minutes. Those schools are so loud, screaming and yelling during recess. I think I heard the adults screaming too. My folds were bouncing magnificently in the wind. I went home after and soaked my clothes in baby oil to add to my lubrication. Then I put my clothes back on. I can't be naked all day after all.
This reporter is cutting his wrists right now. Just wanted to let you all know that.
So that sweet Nutella Hershey highway to my soul was calling. I knew the delivery truck drove by the nearest mail review, so I hid out there and tried blending with the other oiled men there. It smelled so good, I could smell their Nutella, even allowing a few teabag sessions for effect. But when the time came to stop my delectable rolling ramrod filled with chocolate tastiness, I left to begin Operation Thrust Choco Love Extreme Tightness Peace Fight. After all, when the chocolate plunger of truth comes a-callin', I bend over and accept its cocoa lovin'.
I'm in a dark place.
I was... I feel bad. There's a lot of whispering in this episode.
Emotions I just went through. I'm sorry. I had to excuse myself for a minute.
Anything else you say, sir?
Shawn, I'm surprised you were able to come up with that all on your own. I take that back. I'm not.
Do you guys just like cover yourself in Nutella every once in a while?
Kyle, you can stop being your creepy self now. Go back to the facade that is.
We're not done,
Kyle.
Mr. Hanker. So I run outside and jump in front of my sexy Nutella transportation, barreling its stupendous brown cargo at my face. I trusted that it would stop just short of splattering my face all over. Also, the stop sign at the street corner helped. I ran up to the truck and pulled open the door. The driver apparently was frightened and said he had no money, that he wasn't giving up the truck. I just told him I wanted his sweet chocolate. I reached into my pants to show him my weapon, covered in Nutella. He needed to know I was serious about this, but he bolted as soon as I dipped my hand. The chocolate love train was all mine. It's going to be smeared all over my face and inside me as soon as possible. Oh, such feast. Much happy. Nutella-gasm inside me. I get to ride my brown love home.
Well, this interviewer is going to go drink some bleach. He's going to gouge his eyes out, and he's going to probably buy a pistol for his own demise. I hope you all suffer at the station. I hope you all are dead. Back to you, Jonathan.
You guys want some Nutella? I have a lot.
Well, that guy sure loves his brown stuff. As for you, Sam, I actually feel a little bad for you now. I might actually take a bullet with you. Just a little, though. Couldn't have helped to be a nicer guy. Nighty-night, folks. Tune in next time to hear more of us sending our intrepid reporter into even more enlightening situations.
Nice. I can't wait to hear that one back. Little did Pascal know the grave mistake that he was about to make. Hey guys, Kyle from editing here, and I'm looking back at the episode, and we did forget to put in the answer to the Germany or Florida segment. So it was, in fact, Germany for all you there chilling at home, whoever actually cared about the answer, but that is indeed what it was. It was in Germany that this Nutella raid did happen. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
I don't think my mouth could have been any closer to the microphone. That was our ASMR section of the podcast. Did anyone else want some Nutella right now? I'm down for some Nutella.
No, I'm good right now.
I can live without for
It's
a little
good,
bit.
but I'm not crazy about it.
Wow.
Okay, I just remembered this. I'm sorry. It has to do with Nutella.
Okay.
You know that gelato place that we used to go to after we went to the movies?
Yeah.
They sell like 5-gallon containers of Nutella.
Damn.
Yeah, or not. Maybe not 5 gallons, but it's a big ass container of Nutella.
Yeah, 5 gallons is a lot.
And it's the Nutella made in Italy, so it's actually different. I didn't know this, but fun fact about Nutella: the Nutella made in different states is different, or not different states, excuse me, different countries is actually different than other state or other countries. So like the Italian one's like got a different consistency.
It's got like meatballs and spaghetti in it.
Spaghetti.
This comment is racist.
Give it a bop.
That was the last time we ever heard from Jonathan for his racist. And they all lived happily ever after, except Shawn.
Karma is a bitch, I admit.
Yes, it is indeed. So we already went through our news, so I guess that's on to our main topic, which I think we're going to go and we're going to do a little bit of a game this time instead of a discussion, just because I was worried about what we were actually going to do. So is it going to be a game? We're going to have a little bit of a fun game we're going to play with everybody that involves Nutella. And no, I'm messing with you. So first, we're effectively going to do 20 questions, but it's going to be with a game. So you have each host is going to think of a game, something you know enough about so we can actually ask 20 questions. All right. And then, and we're going to go around. We'll have each host in order ask a question. And then the three that do not have that are guessing will make a guess pretty much. So we'll play that.
Wait, what?
We're playing 20
We're
questions.
going to think of a game.
Yeah.
And we're going to ask questions about the game that we're thinking of.
No, you're not going to be asking. The other three hosts will ask you, and then you're going to say yes or no, and then we'll try to narrow it down to figure out what game it is.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
Don't everybody jump up at once.
I'll go first.
Okay, Shawn, you got a game?
I'm thinking of a random game in my Rolodex, and I have one. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So I'll ask, then we'll have Jonathan, then we'll have Sam ask, and then we'll go in that order until we ask 20. I'm going to keep track. So let's think. Was it developed by a Japanese company?
No.
Ooh, so it's not Japanese.
Was it a major developer?
What kind of fucking question is that?
Well, you know, like is it like EA, Ubisoft, like one of the bigger developing companies? Because is it not? Okay, so let me rephrase the question: is it an indie game?
No.
Okay, it's not an indie.
Was it made prior to 2000?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's number 3. All right, so it's either 80s or 90s. I don't think any. Well, what is it? SNES was
I wouldn't go too obscure on you guys. My knowledge of games runs a bit deeper, so it's
Okay.
not.
All right, so
I'll give you at least that much.
Is it a 90s game?
Yes.
Okay, so it's in the 90s, not Japanese, and it's not an indie game. So we'll keep it going, Jonathan. What next?
Is it a sports game?
No.
Ooh, hey, we're running out of questions here, so it's not a sports game.
Was it made by Sega?
No.
Fuck. It's not Japanese. It's not made by a Japanese company. It's not Sega.
Like you kind of blew 2 questions there.
Yeah. Fuck. Is it still around today? Did it have sequels?
Yes.
Ooh. What about you, Jonathan? Just try not to keep too much dead air. That's the only problem. I'm just thinking about this.
Distracted. Excuse me.
So it's in the 90s. It's not Japanese. It's not Sega. It has sequels. So it's around today, Shawn, the game, this franchise.
The most recent one was about 3-4 years ago.
Okay. It's not Sega.
Is it in
the fuck?
Is it a role playing game?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Is it a Mario game?
Some of us might wish it were. No. You got 1 left.
That was 10. We're halfway. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
1 left till 10. Yeah, I'm counting on my hands. Shut up. 1 left till 10. I didn't get to finish.
All right. Let's see. So it's not a Mario game. It's not Sega. It's not an RPG. It's in the 90s. Fuck. And it's still around today. What the hell? Was it...
I could name like 20 franchises right now that fit all of those qualifications, so don't go what the hell on me.
Well, it's not an RPG. I'm thinking. Do you shoot a gun?
Yep.
Ooh. Well, come on, Jonathan. Keep it going. No dead air here. So you shoot a gun. It's not Sega. It's not an RPG. It's not an indie.
Shit. I don't know. I can't think of a question.
All right. Well, we've lost one already. What about you,
Is
Sam?
it? Wait, hold on. Is the main character blue?
No.
Blue.
What do you thinking, Mega Man?
I was going towards that, but you said 3 or 4 years ago, so that kind of like backfired right there.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I'm thinking. Okay, so you shoot a gun. Is this game multiplayer? Shawn.
Yes.
It is multiplayer? I think I might know what it is, but I'm not going to say it yet.
Was it on a Nintendo platform?
Yes, actually.
Okay. So it is multiplayer. Does this game have a rather infamous cheat code associated with it?
No.
Oh, well, I'm done. I thought I had it. I'm fucking done. I don't know. I thought I had it.
Wow.
Wait, you were thinking...
I was thinking Contra.
Quake?
No, I was thinking Contra.
Oh, Contra.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
Quake had an infamous one, too.
So you shoot a gun. It's not Sega. It's not an RPG. It's still around today. What do you guys
have, like...
All right. Is it a violent game?
Extremely.
That you shoot a gun in? It was on a Nintendo console.
If you shoot a gun, it's a violent game.
It depends. Like some,
all right,
some of the space shooters aren't that violent.
Is it gory violence?
Yes.
What question? How many questions we got left?
6, I think.
Fuck.
Or 5. I'll give you 6. Pretty sure it's 5 though.
So it's a violent, gory game, and you shoot a gun. It was on a Nintendo system. So that's either late NES or SNES. Or even 64 too. And it's still around today. Shit.
Let's be fair. You never said was it only on a Nintendo system. You just
yeah, I
said
know.
was it
I'm
on
thinking
a
it. I'm thinking it might have like a. Oh, okay. Well, then was it on the PC as well? Was there a PC version of
Yes.
it? Yeah, I'm thinking it's something like. How many more questions we got? 5.
Four.
What about you, Sam? You got anything to help narrow this down?
Is it an FPS?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you think you have it?
I think I have it, but I don't want to sound like it's stupid. Is it Doom?
No.
No.
Ah, shoot. Oh, wait.
Two
Oh,
questions left.
We have
I
2
got it
questions
now.
left?
I got it now.
You have it now. Give me the.
I think.
Ask
I
the
think I-
question to
what-
help narrow it. Ask a question
Wait,
that
hold
would
on.
like say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is a sequel of this game coming out this year?
No. One question left.
I hate that fucking feeling. You're like, got this bitch down pack. Is a sequel coming out this year? No. Fuck.
Hold on. Let me check real quick. Let me look it up just to be safe.
Gory,
Yeah, but as far as I know, no. But hold on a second.
gory FPS. Yeah, I was thinking Wolfenstein, but there is a sequel coming out to that. And it's somewhat gory. We got like 2 questions left, right? Shawn?
Yeah.
So,
I think you have 1 left, but I'll give you 2.
fuck. I'm thinking, is it developed by id Software? So Doom, Wolfenstein, Quake.
No.
What the fuck?
All right. To be fair, there is a sequel in the works, but it is not this year.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did this
No,
game
you don't
have...
get to Google that shit.
No, I'm not Googling.
This is our last question.
Did this... Okay. Oh, gosh. All right.
The
So
pressure.
did this game have dinosaurs in it?
Are we going for Turok?
Yeah.
Let's just skip that question.
What?
The last Turok game came out when the freaking Xbox 360.
I was
Yeah.
just saying like 3 years ago. Did you
It
think?
was back. I know the last one's in 08, but that wasn't 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it was
Shoot.
10 years ago. Shit, dude, we're old.
Ding.
I'm thinking. We have one more question. So let's go over. It's not Japanese. It was on the consoles as well as on
PC.
PC. It's a shooter. It's gory, and it came out in the 90s. Fuck.
Ooh. Is it
Oh,
Duke
you know
Nukem?
what? I stand corrected. This was about what?
Wait.
Duke
No.
Nukem?
Stop.
Yes,
What? What is it?
Duke Nukem.
Oh my god.
I was gonna guess that. That was gonna be my next guess.
I like how Jonathan's quiet.
You got it
the
on like 21 or 22, but you got it.
Jonathan's quiet the whole fucking game. Boom, Duke
Sheesh.
Nukem.
I don't know why I thought of Duke Nukem just now, but it popped in my mind.
He's our
The last game was actually 6 years ago.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
a while
that
ago. And that game
terrible-
did horribly. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that game's for...
Oh damn. All
I'll
right.
buy it one day.
Let's move on. Okay, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right. Lay it on us.
Did I
What?
accidentally mute somebody again?
No.
Like, let's go next, and then all right, lay it on us, and I didn't hear a name.
I think he was quiet. Jonathan, come on. Give it what you doing. Give us a game.
I don't know when the first one came out, but it came out.
Don't we have to ask that?
Yeah, we have to ask
Yeah,
him.
yeah, you don't have to tell us. Just
First question: was it multi-platform?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What a
What do you
good way
think
to
about
help
that
yourself
shit?
out here is pull up like the wiki for it or something. So if there is a
Yeah,
question,
here, let me pull it up just so I'm safe.
yeah, so you know. So it was multi-platform. Did this game come out before 2000?
Hang on, let me pull up the wiki. Because I don't,
Oh Jesus. That cough.
listen here.
Oh man. That was a good pick you did last time, Shawn. So I'm just trying not to have any dead air. So as you
Okay.
can see-
I'm just gonna
So okay,
pass
go
on
ahead,
a compliment.
Go ahead and ask questions.
what happened?
You got one.
Okay, go ahead. I got it.
Okay. Did this
Was
game?
it pre-2000s?
Yeah. Was this game pre-2000s?
No.
All right. Sam. Go ahead.
Was it? Did it have an online multiplayer?
The later editions of the game did.
Well.
Well, now we know it had sequels. He's giving
Yeah.
us free answers.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
Score.
So later versions had multiplayer. So that means, yeah, obviously there were sequels. It was pre-2000 though. Damn.
It's not pre-2000.
Oh, it isn't pre-2000. My bad. So I'm assuming from that you also shoot a gun. That's not a question, but I mean that's not necessarily the case. All right. Do you shoot a gun?
Yes.
Okay. So it's FPS.
Not necessarily.
Well,
It
yeah.
could be a third.
I mean, but it's like 2000s. But like, yeah, there are some games. What about you, Sam? You got a question?
Is it a violent shooter?
What do you classify as a violent?
Blood and
Okay. Okay. Was
Blood
it
and
rated?
gore?
Okay, how about this? Was it rated mature?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it science fiction?
No.
Is someone keeping track of the questions here?
I am.
That's
okay.
like 6.
Okay. So it wasn't science fiction.
No, it said, was it? He didn't answer.
Oh.
No, I said it's not.
Oh, yeah,
it's
you
not
said no.
science
Okay.
fiction.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
So it's not science fiction. Fuck, I'm thinking. It had multiplayer too. I mean, my head obviously wants to jump to Call of Duty, but
Call of Duty
okay.
would be too easy. He wouldn't go that easy on us.
I mean, he was
I
thinking
hope.
about Breath of the Wild earlier.
About Breath of the Wild to have done that, but it would have gone right under your nose.
So it was multi-platform. Shit, I'm thinking of a question to help narrow it down some more. If it's not sci-fi, is it a military shooter?
Is it a what?
A what?
A military shooter.
I wouldn't classify it as a military shooter, but we'll go with yes, just for simplicity.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily make it easy on us.
No.
Well, because
Would the general gaming public consider it a military shooter?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Does it have roots in fiction or nonfiction?
In terms of what?
Just everything.
Okay. Is
The
it
plot?
is it
setting?
possible to exist in the real world?
Yes.
Ooh. Interesting. Is it Sean's turn or is it my turn?
It's Shawn's.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear the answer.
It
Yes.
is possible to be like it could be taken into real life, if that makes sense.
Was it? Was it done? Was it done in a very cinematic style?
What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by.
All right, to give you an example of cinematic style, like Medal of Honor, like Call of Duty, World at War,
No,
things of that nature.
no.
Okay.
So it's not cinematic. It could happen in the real world. Is it a tactical shooter?
Yes.
Ooh, I think I know. I think I know.
It's multi-platform.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Did Tom Clancy make it?
Yes.
Oh. That's what I was thinking. Me and Sam sharing the same mindset. What about you, Sean?
Is it
What
Rainbow
question
Six?
is that? What question are we on? Sean, what question? Your counter.
I don't know. I don't know, but I just asked if it's Rainbow Six.
I ran out
No.
of fingers. Well, let's save the guess until
After the 20 questions.
after the 20 questions, or if it's like a guaranteed that you know it, but we'll debate it before we go through our guess because it's not really fair to the person that's holding the answer.
Yeah. All right.
So it's a tactical shooter. It can happen in the real world. Now we got to find what's something that Is it?
We did get yes on Tom Clancy, right?
Yes, we did get yes on Tom Clancy. So there's a couple available titles. Wait, you can't just throw out things. Let me see. I'm thinking of a question that'll help us narrow it down a bit more. Is
it squad based? What about squad based?
Did
we ask that one?
Yeah, well, that's tactical. Tactical shooters usually squad based. Excuse me. That does not sound good for radio.
Is Ghost Recon squad based?
Yes, and it was Tom Clancy. Is it set in our country?
No.
No.
Well, yes. We'll go with yes and no.
All right, how about this?
I think I know what it is too.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you play as American soldiers?
Technically, yes. So I'm just going to say yes.
Is it tactical but based around stealth?
Yes.
Okay, guys. I'm thinking it's Splinter Cell. I'm thinking it's.
Yeah, but
Splinter
the
Cell.
only that did have multiplayer.
Yeah, it did have multiplayer later on.
I wouldn't consider that a tactical shooter though. That's a
stealth game.
Yeah, stealth. Yeah.
Later game it is Splinter Cell.
I thought that's what he said.
You pretty much got it.
Okay, good.
That the later Splinter Cell games you could do squad based with other people.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I only played like the first 3.
The last 2 cells you could do cooperative team play.
Yeah, when I heard Tom Clancy, it was either I said Ghost in the Shell. It was either Ghost Recon or
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six.
Yeah, but then stealth.
Yeah. All right, Sam.
Does Rainbow Six count as military though? Weren't they? Well, they were Spec Ops, right?
Yeah, Spec Ops.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be
the
military.
original. So the original Rainbow Six, because I'm actually going to read the books when I get the chance because it's a collection of books.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Tom Clancy was the author.
Yeah, Splinter Cell. I've read all the Splinter Cell books too.
I didn't know he wrote books about them. I thought they were just an idea that.
No, he wrote like 1 or 2 books about them, and then they kind of made them into games, and then they continued the story with books and games.
I always thought Splinter Cell kind of ventured into science fiction.
The first like 4 books are like independent. They have nothing to do with the games, but the last 2 books are Conviction and Endgame, which takes place after Blacklist, I think.
Is Sam the main character in all of them?
Yes. The main characters in his books don't change very often, unless they die. So.
All right, Sam, you got a game for us?
I think I do.
Cool. All right. Let's see. Do you shoot a gun in this game?
No.
Okay, so there's no gun shoot.
Is it pre 2000?
Yes.
What was the first answer?
You do not shoot guns.
Is it multi-platform?
No.
Okay. Is it an action adventure game?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't shoot a gun, right?
No, you do not shoot a gun. Pre 2000.
Does it have sequels that came out either recently or sequels at all? Or does it have sequels? Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
It was not multi-platform. Was it on Nintendo?
No.
That rules out a shitload. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Hang on, skip me. I'll be right back.
All right. So we got action adventure, pre 2000, not Nintendo, and multi-platform. Or
no, not multi-platform.
So
Not multi-platform. That's why I asked Nintendo.
Um,
So what question are we on? What? How many have we done? 5, 6? How many? 4? What is it?
I feel like 5.
yeah, I think
5?
it's 5.
All right.
Shit.
And you said it was or pre-2000s, which means we had Sega, Nintendo, Atari, Jaguar. No, that was actually No, was that? No, wait, hold on. I think the Atari
Jaguar was
was after
Atari,
2000.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Jaguar
no,
part
that's
of
not
Atari?
what I'm trying to think. Hold on a second. Well, wait, let me think because we're not, or we can't consult Google here.
Well, pre-2000 a lot.
Yeah, but the CD based. I'm trying to figure out who is active on. We had computer, we had Nintendo, we had Sega, we had Sony. I believe the PlayStation came out in the late 90s.
All right.
Didn't it?
Yeah. Now let's. How about is the game disc a disc or is it a cartridge or is the game a disc?
Yes.
Okay, so it is on a disc. So that's what we got. PlayStation.
Was it Sega?
No.
So it's PlayStation.
Okay, so it wasn't Sega. It wasn't. Yeah. Okay. Or computer.
Yeah, PlayStation or computer. There's a lot of stuff that was early PlayStation.
On the platform.
It was action adventure. There is no gun shooting. Ooh.
All right, action adventure could still be platformer. So
yeah.
All right, let's do this. Was it polygonal?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't sprite based.
Okay.
And if it was, there's not a lot of polygonal side scrollers back then.
What question are we on? That was like 10 or 11, right? I need to keep track so we're not cheating.
I think that was more like 9.
9?
I don't think we pressed it 10 yet.
I'm gonna keep it at 9. So I'll keep mark. So it's polygonal. It's an action game, and you do not shoot guns. Action adventure. Is the game? It's a disc based. Is the game? Is a decent portion of the game collecting items?
Yes.
I think I know what this
Okay,
is.
was the MC a mascot type character?
Yes, and
like Crash and Pac-Man and so on.
I'll say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But well, it's gray. It's one of those gray answers. I'll make it vague and say that it was
a minor mascot.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
It revolves around collecting items. So we got a couple of franchises. There's the first Jack and Daxter. Didn't have guns in it, I don't think, and it was mostly jumping around, punching things and stuff. We have the Sly Cooper series is possible as well.
That had guns. Well, in later entries though.
There was Crash. Now, okay, it was disc based, so I'm thinking early PlayStation.
And it had sequels.
Did it? I don't think we asked that question.
I asked him.
Yeah, he asked it.
Okay. So it had sequels too.
Okay, so did it have a sequel come out recently?
No, not for a while.
Ooh. That's why it probably wasn't a major mascot because they'd stopped supporting it.
Either that or there were some that were
better.
That were mascot type characters that they just didn't take advantage of.
Yeah.
Like Knights. Knights was like that.
It's based on collecting items too. I really want to say, like, I'm really thinking Sly Cooper because the last thing they did was release a collection of the games, but I don't remember when the third one came out, so I don't know.
Okay, did it have anthropomorphic characters?
Yes.
Ooh.
All right. Well, that includes Sly. That includes Jack, and yeah. Well, no, not Jack.
But the first Jack, though, if he's thinking about the first Jack, then they don't use guns in that.
Did they have talking animals and shit in that?
Yeah,
yes.
Dexter.
I don't remember. Oh, right.
Yeah, Dexter was in the first one.
That wasn't a question, was it?
No, I was asking Kyle.
Okay, all right.
Sly had talking animals.
Yeah.
The Spinny one we were just talking about a minute ago had talking animals.
Bandicoot had talking.
So we had
animals.
anthropomorphic. Yeah.
Shit. We're getting close. Okay, so that was 13 that we were on, so we're on 14 now.
Have we narrowed it to PlayStation?
No.
I'll give you a freebie. Yes.
What? Okay. So it is on PlayStation. But I said it was disc-based, and like 90s, what else would be there that'd be disc-based that had mascots? Sega CD wasn't 90s, was it? No, I think Sega CD was 90s. Yeah, shit.
It It was 90s.
That was a close call.
Yeah, but I asked if it was Sega. That's why I said Sega. And not
Oh,
Sega
yeah. Okay. Shit.
Man. All right, so I wouldn't count. It can't be Crash because he's too big. All right. So we got to roll out Crash.
They just released stuff for him recently. The remasters.
But Sly wasn't capitalized on a lot, so that's a good possibility.
I'm really thinking it's Sly because the whole game was based on.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
We know it was action adventure. Did the game have stealth elements to it?
No.
Oh, fuck.
All right, so that rolls out Sly.
God damn it.
That rolls out a lot of games, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Fuck, that makes it harder.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, damn.
So they're
All
anthropomorphic.
right, hold on. Let's think. There was Gex. There was Croc.
Okay.
I
remember Gex.
God. There was
what was that one with the chameleon? There was one with a chameleon. Not Gex. It was something else. Or did Gex use his tongue when he fought? It might have been Gex. That's what I'm thinking about.
I think so. Yeah, he's got the shades on.
I think there was like one other thing that was with a chameleon thing that I remember.
Was Croc on PlayStation though? I don't remember. Yeah, because he was supposed to compete with Mario 64.
Yeah. Ooh, and they're all anthropomorphic too. So I'm wondering here. Fuck. Action adventure.
This is better than mine.
Yeah. Damn.
Did we officially determine it was a collectible type thing, a collectathon?
Yeah, I said it was. I asked if it revolved around collecting items. Anthropomorphic animals, collecting items. Thinking what else we could have missed. Sonic,
how many questions we have left?
There wasn't a Sonic on. Oh, so Sonic Sega?
Yes.
Oh,
how many questions we have left?
You have 5.
Yeah, 5 left.
5? Oh, man, I don't want to blow on the reptile amphibian question.
I mean, go ahead. I mean, if it gets us closer, we've narrowed it down quite a bit already. What do you think?
Was the main character a mammal?
No.
Oh, no.
All right, so we got reptile, alien, or bird. So Gex and Croc are still in the running. That rolls out a bunch more, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people know about Croc and Gex though. Gex, I think Gex's first game was
it was on the 64. Wasn't it?
It was rendered. No, it was his first game was rendered. It wasn't. It wasn't polygonal. So I think that would take Gex out.
Wasn't the first Gex on the 64 though?
No. Huh. No, the first Gex was on. It was multi. Well, no, Gex was also multi-platform.
Yeah, they brought it to the 64.
Croc wasn't. Croc was not. Croc was no. Actually, Croc was multi-platform because eventually they released 2 Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games that were garbage. So that fucking rolls out Croc and Gex.
Shit.
Oh well.
God, you're really taxing me, dude.
Well, now that you're talking about this stuff, I might have to actually roll back.
Fuck
my.
Sam.
Well, okay.
Didn't know who you were dealing with, did you?
Okay. All right. So, I mean, technically, it eventually went to multi-platform, but it was on that specific platform for
a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
It puts Croc back in the running.
Anthropomorphic.
Not a lot of people remember Croc though. I don't know if Sam is the type to remember Croc. And it was kind of it was okay, I guess, for what it was, but it was mostly garbage.
Do you know what I'm talking about? That one game with like that chameleon, and he was he was a fucking chameleon, and he used his tongue to attack things. It was in
Gex.
The 90s. No, I don't think that was Gex.
I know what you're talking about.
Gex's attacks, he like spun around when he attacked. He didn't use his tongue. But this guy used this like chameleon thing, used his tongue, and there are like certain parts where you took advantage of the fact that you were a chameleon. But I don't remember the name of the game. It was a long time. It was a good time ago. It's definitely 90s though.
Let me think.
I don't know if I don't think it was on PlayStation though. I think it was on 64 as well. I'm not too sure. This is a toughie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Jonathan just like
dude,
pulls it out of his ass.
we're totally getting Spyro.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
I just thought about that too. I was like, is it Spyro?
I thought Spyro's not Sega. No, it's not. And it was on PlayStation.
It's not Sega.
So
Gex was a
And
chameleon.
I just googled it.
bitch, you're not supposed to be googling things. The fuck? What are you doing?
How many questions do we have left?
You have four.
Yeah, we have 4 left.
Was the main character a fictional beast of some kind?
Yes.
It was a collectathon.
I'm thinking leaning much more.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is Spyro.
Yeah, it's leaning towards Spyro quite a bit. So one more time, let's go over what we have. So it was on its platform for a long time. It's a collectathon. It's polygonal, and it's an action adventure game with anthropomorphic beings, and the main being is not an actual creature that exists. That sounds pretty much like. Well, we got a couple questions left. Let's see if we can narrow it down to Spyro so we don't fuck it up.
What about Medieval? Did that have talking animals in it, or was it just the dead things?
I don't think it had talking animals.
I don't remember talking animals. No, okay, so we're good.
Shit.
I can only think of Spyro. That's the only one I can come up with right now.
Yeah, same. Because every other game that pops in my head every once in a while that was early PlayStation, either is like there's guns in it or something else like that. So I'm like, fuck.
I'm 100% that the tongue thing you're thinking of is Gex.
Is it?
Yeah. The first one was a platformer, a side-scrolling platformer.
He wasn't a chameleon. He was a gecko. Gex the gecko. He wasn't a chameleon. A chameleon's like the things that have like the huge fucking eyes and stuff like that.
Oh shit!
There was a game like that.
That thing, yeah, it was, but it never reached.
No, it didn't.
It didn't even reach.
I wouldn't even
like
consider
mascot level.
Yeah, I wouldn't even consider it a mascot. All right. Yeah, I would. I'm thinking it's Spyro too, Shawn. I'm thinking it's Spyro. Are we all good for Spyro?
He's a fictional creature. It's anthropomorphic. It's PlayStation,
it's a collectathon.
And it did cross over. Yeah, it crossed over into 3DS and shit later on. I can't think it could possibly. I mean, there's obviously other things we're missing, I'm sure, but I couldn't think that it would be something else.
Yeah. Are we all good for Spyro?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay for Spyro. All right. Is it Spyro, Sam?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Nice. All right. So now it's my
and there was another character. There was another game I was gonna pull out, but it was way too obscure. So I was like, I think Spyro will give them enough.
What were you thinking of?
I was thinking, the first game I thought it was Tomba.
Oh, I remember Tomba.
You remember Tomba? Okay, because I wanted to do something that wasn't
was that
too
SNES
obscure.
Tomba?
No, that was PlayStation.
PlayStation.
He was
Tomba
the dude.
was
He was a caveman who like fought pigs. So
yeah, I remember that.
And the game you're thinking of, I think it's called Chameleon Twist. Is that what you're thinking of?
I don't know what it's called. I just remember it.
Yeah,
being
but that was on 64. I thought.
It was
on 64. And don't play video games.
Yeah.
I had no idea what
now
games you guys were talking about.
Looking at Chameleon Twist, had a weird, like he wasn't even like a chameleon. He was this blue guy, but the second one had an actual chameleon in it.
All right.
I respect your recollection of video games, Sam. I am impressed.
Well,
yes. Let us shake dicks on it.
Well, I actually Googled the chameleon thing because I couldn't remember it myself. And then I was like, oh, okay, I do remember it. I didn't play it, but I did see some advertisement when I was young. And
cool. All right, guys. So I am the raid boss for tonight. I have a somewhat obscure game. We're going to see if you guys can get it. And so go ahead. Lay them on me. I'm not going to keep track of questions. So
all right. JRPG.
What happened?
What?
Fuck, it's Persona 5.
Was it multi-platform?
I would say yes, it was multi-platform. I got to sit here and think about it. Yeah, it was multi-platform. Come on, keep them going. Okay. Don't give me that
all right.
black space or whatever.
All right, let's get a timeline. All right. Was this game made before 2000?
Yes, indeed. It was made before 2000.
Just lays the odds on it being Japanese much stronger.
Is it a side scroller?
No, I would not consider it a side scroller.
Was it Japanese?
It was not Japanese. Actually, I'll give you a little extra hint. It did not even release in Japan.
Multi-platform, didn't release in Japan, started before 2000.
Mm-hmm. Come on, guys. At least make noises so it doesn't sound like Dead Space.
So you said it was before 2000. It was multi-platform.
Yes.
It's not Japanese. Was not released in Japan, so it was American exclusive. There's quite a few games that didn't go over to Japan. Okay.
Was it polygonal based?
Yes. There was models and there was no sprites. Everything was 3D models.
Okay. So I'm gonna guess, was this on?
It was multi-platform.
Okay. Yes, it was multi-platform.
Okay.
Was it considered a mature rated game?
No. Z for everyone.
Okay.
Although it did have some moments that were kind of creepy that kind of freaked me out as a kid.
What?
God, why do I feel like you've mentioned this before?
Did this game feature a mascot?
I could see them attempting to go for a mascot, but they never became a mascot.
So the game didn't have any sequels? Or did it have sequels?
The game had a sequel, but it was canceled. It was planned, but it was canceled. I remember being super hyped for it, but it never came out. Come on.
Somebody asked if it was a side scroller, didn't they?
Yes, it is not a side scroller.
Does it shooting like a weapon?
There is no shooting. There are no guns in this game.
Sequel. Okay.
What question are we on?
I think we're on like 6, maybe.
I think it's 6 or 7.
Okay. Did this game have anthropomorphic characters?
No, there were no anthropomorphic characters. At least I don't remember there being any.
Multi-platform.
The main character wasn't anthropomorphic. Yeah, I don't think there are any anthropomorphic characters.
Is this a platformer?
Yes, it can be considered a platformer. Ooh, getting closer.
Interesting.
I don't know how if you guys actually know about it, but I consider it obscure. I don't know how obscure it actually is.
Well, a few things come to mind, but I'm just trying to like put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
Ask a question.
Well, we need to narrow it down more. Did it have multiplayer?
There was no multiplayer. No.
Okay.
It was a single player game.
Is it a collectathon?
Yes, it is a collectathon. Yeah, I consider it a collectathon. The plot revolves around collecting things to do something. Ooh, we're getting closer.
And it was multi-platform and it was a collectathon.
What are we on now?
That I think we're on 8 or 9 at this point.
Man,
it is rough. It's rough. I faith in you guys.
Well, it's not. Wait, did we establish a genre yet?
It's a platformer.
Yeah, it's a platformer, and there's quite a few platformers during the 90s that were polygonal.
Yeah, but this doesn't have a main character that's an animal.
Right, and also it's multi-platform, so that's crazy.
That rules a lot of stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go to think of something, it gets disqualified.
Right. Okay, this might be a throwaway one. Was this game, in broader terms, was this a critically acclaimed game? Was it a good game?
I would say it was definitely not panned. Like, no, I don't think anyone hated it. I don't remember hearing too much about it in general. Here, let me Google some scores for it real quick. See what it got when it came out.
Figures Kyle would pick the fucking butterscotch pudding of games for us to try and fucking get.
All right, so review scores. This is reception. So from Edge Publication, it got a 7 out of 10. GameSpot got a 5 out of 10.
Ooh.
And a 5 out of 10. IGN gave it an 8 out of 10 and a 2 out of 10 because there's multiple versions of it. And PC Zone, fuck. Oh no, never mind. It got a 67% and a 56%. So I guess technically it wasn't critically acclaimed. But the aggregate score is a 70%. So that's like a Metacritic score kind of from back then. It wasn't a bad game though. Like you wouldn't sit there and play it and say this game sucked because it wasn't put together well. So it is a platformer though. I could give you guys something. It was late 90s. If that helps at all.
And it doesn't have a sequel.
There was one planned,
90s.
but it did not come out.
Was it only CD based?
Well, there was 2 versions of it. One of the versions there was 2. Remember, it's multi-platform. One of the platforms it wasn't CD based. One of the platforms it was CD based.
All right, so there was a cartridge.
Huh.
All right, I'm focusing.
That narrows it. I mean, there's only 2 systems that can really, qualify this game.
If it started in the 90s,
It was late 90s.
late 90s,
Very late 90s.
yeah, the 64.
Yeah, 64 PlayStation. That's what I'm
PlayStation,
thinking.
Computer, Saturn, Dreamcast. No, Dreamcast was 2000. So you had the Saturn, you had the PlayStation, and you had the Nintendo 64 and computer, which he said PC Zone, so we know it was released on computer.
Huh.
I was not heavy into computer then. It was polygonal. It wasn't sprite based. It was not a shooter
It was rated E.
for everyone.
It was effectively a collectathon. There are no guns in it.
Huh.
You could tell the character's design is they were supposed to be a mascot, but it never got enough like strength behind it to make it into a mascot. I'd love to see a root.
There's a lot of failed mascots out there. Though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely early late 90s. Everyone was trying something new.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Jaguar was out then too.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's keep out some
All
questions.
right. Here's another one. Okay.
Bless you.
Was this character was the main character a child?
No, the main character was not a child. Now, to go back, anthropomorphic means animals that talk, right?
I mean, something that's not human, given human characteristics.
All right, then I guess it is anthropomorphic. I thought that just meant animals that talk, but it is anthropomorphic.
It doesn't necessarily. It could be a spoon, and if it talked and hopped around, it'd be anthropomorphic.
Okay, then it is anthropomorphic then.
Okay.
So the main character's a spoon.
All right, that narrows things down a bit.
Jonathan's like, I've got it.
Well,
Pulling out of my ass like I did the first.
Okay,
time.
was it were the levels like 3D and open?
Yeah, I would say that. But you definitely move from level to level. But yeah, they are expansive. There's like secret stuff to find, and it is a platformer. But at its main goal, it's a collectathon. You're trying to get to the end of every level, collect the item, and go back to the hub. I'm trying to help you guys out here.
What do we know?
No, I'm just saying I'm trying to help you out. So you go to a level, you collect an item, they're open somewhat, there's some secrets, and then you come back to the hub, and then you return that item, and then you move from level to level. That's like the main design of the game.
It was like that.
yeah.
Come on, guys, I have faith.
The sequels. We just have enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Did it use full motion video?
No, everything was a 3D model in the game. The game was weird. It had some weird aspects to it.
Huh.
Yo no sé. I don't know nothing.
There was okay, let me think. There was that Pandora thing that I never played. And they were going to make a sequel to that, and they squashed it. Where she had like a big hammer, a mallet.
Yeah.
That was on at least 2 platforms, but I don't remember that being released. See, I'm hampered because I don't know what was released on PC. I only know a small handful of PC games.
I'd say, to give you guys another hint, I'd say it was biggest on the Nintendo 64. That'll be my final hint.
Oh, okay. Well, that narrows it down, but
It was the most popular on the 64. That is my final hint. Godspeed.
Do you fly did you fly in a vehicle, or was it all like you just walked around?
No, it's a platformer. You're moving around on the ground.
Okay. That was a waste. My bad.
I think you guys got 4 more questions?
man, that's tough.
Yeah, I'd say it was obscure. I don't know if any of you have actually played it or heard about it.
I mean, I might know it if I hear the name, I might know it, but
Yeah, or if you see a picture. I thought it was weird as fuck. Like, this game freaked me out genuinely as a kid.
But it freaked you out.
Yeah, like the opening to it was really odd. Like, it freaked me out. I was like, I got like a weird, like disgruntled kind of feeling. I don't know. I was trying to think of a word. I can't figure out what the word I was thinking of was.
Man.
Yeah, it's rough. And we got 4 more questions, so let's try and narrow it down.
Okay. All right. So definitely 64, platformer, ready, a little creepy for children. Was not a child.
I might have just been a little bitch.
Right. No, I understand. So it was not a child as a protagonist.
It was anthropomorphic.
Okay, polygonal. It's really difficult because
I mean, you can you can narrow down what the character was. That might help.
Right. Okay.
Was the main character an anthropomorphic object?
Yes. He was not
so
a living thing.
Definitely not a living thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a spoon.
It all comes full circle.
God damn it! I almost had something and then I lost it.
Yeah, I'm still drawing a blank. I'm still trying to
I have no idea what it could be. Unless I do, and I'm just holding it back because I want to see if anyone
one of the Pac-Land games was like that, but the whole series of Pac-Man was not like that, which kind of
Pac-Man's
and it has sequels and stuff, and
Pac-Man's got sequels, and I mean he wasn't really. I mean, he was a living thing technically, but he didn't really define. So
yeah, I wouldn't say Pac-Man was anthropomorphic.
3D.
Yeah, it is 3D. It's a platformer too, so it wouldn't be Pac-Man. Although I think they had some 3D Pac-Man games. I remember one that they had on the 360 or something like that. That was really shit. I forget what it was called.
No, that was a frog. That was a person.
I have faith. Come on. We got 3 questions.
That was a toy.
Yeah, we're just trying to I'm trying to think of. This is one in mind. Okay.
So much dead space in
this
this.
This is a head scratcher. This is crazy.
Any of you tuning in, listening, if you know the answer, you should leave it in the comments. Let us know what you think.
All right. This might be a throwaway. Okay.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Did the plot revolve around rescuing a damsel in distress?
No, I would not say it did.
Well, it sounds like you're collecting parts to assemble for something.
It was a collectathon. You are not rescuing anybody. 2 questions left.
You said, all right, I asked if you were an object. Are you a vehicle?
No, you are not a vehicle.
Shoot.
So you're an anthropomorphic object. You're not a vehicle. You're not a animal.
You're not a person. You're not a child.
We got one more question.
I have no idea what it could be.
Everything that I come up with gets ruled out. Like I've got stuff that's like 90% of that, but
right. I'm literally going in my memory banks to pull out every obscure N64 game that I remember coming across,
I
and
should still have it around my house somewhere. Might be in the garage.
Okay, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
If one of you pull it out of your ass, I would be fucking mad.
Well, no, that rules out. Okay, no, never mind. I just asked the question. It just ruled it out. Never mind.
I'd be so mad if Jonathan's just like, oh, I know this.
I thought I had something.
it's not Glover. The only thing I can think of that fits that
I was thinking of that too. I was thinking of Glover because
Glover had a canceled sequel, but I don't remember if you collected stuff.
And plus, I don't know.
I also don't remember if it was on other systems.
Yeah, I don't remember being.
It was on. I remember there was a PlayStation version, which means it was probably a version for Windows.
Really, I didn't know it was on PlayStation.
I do remember it being on PlayStation, but I remember the game was lame.
Yeah, it was not. It was pretty weird. Like I mean,
you had to maneuver a ball. There was no collecting.
I mean, it made it unique and that was full concept, but it didn't really flesh out very well because it was a hard game when I was a kid when I played it.
Wait, didn't you collect cards or something like that?
No, you collect these cards, and you were unlocking parts to this castle because it had all these crystals around it. And
that sure as hell sounds like it fits.
It does.
I mean, I was ruling it out, but that's the only thing I can think of is Glover.
You said it was called Glover? It's weird.
Yeah, it fits everything you've said so far.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
One more question.
He's literally a glove. But the problem is that technically the plot does revolve around saving someone. Not really. I mean, because the plot is there's a wizard and he has two gloves and one of them falls and one of them like gets sapped with evil, and then you're the good one that gets knocked back, and you have to try to.
See, I don't remember if that was American or Japanese, though. I don't remember who developed Glover because it was garbage.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank there too, but I don't remember it being on PlayStation though.
It was one of the
guys. You got one more question before you get to guess.
Man.
I don't remember if there's a hub in that. I just remember the levels being lame.
Well, there was a hub because I remember the castle was part of it. You had to go through these doors, and you had to have a certain amount of item, I think, to get for each door. I mean, I'm thinking Glover, but some parts of the answers kind of rule it out.
We'll see. That's a question that would either deny or. Yeah, just ask the question. You got one more. You got like a lifesaver.
Okay.
What's something that exists that's part of Glover that you could use to rule out whether it is Glover or not?
Well, okay. Are the things that you collect manufactured items like cards or tools or whatnot, or are they more like crystals and orbs and coins and shit?
That was like a multi-choice.
Yeah.
Give me a yes or no.
Goddamn it. All right. So, are the things that you collect manufactured items?
No.
See that Glover's not a thing. Then doesn't work.
Dang. Oh man, I'm at a loss.
Glover's fairly obscure too.
It is obscure. I actually have the game.
I hate to say it, guys, but I can't. I don't have anything I can pull out of my ass.
So that was the last question. Guesses.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Glover. It's the closest you guys have gotten.
The closest thing that I have. I mean,
so Glover 2.
Come on, team.
I'm gonna take is it Glover?
Maybe. It is. Yeah, it's Glover.
Oh, really?
Didn't you say it's not? You don't collect manufactured things, though. Cards are manufactured.
You collect. The main goal is to collect the crystals that will restore the castle. It is in fact Glover, though. Man, when you guys should have seen me when you fucking said Glover, pulled it out of your ass. I was so frustrated. I'm like,
magical like that.
God damn.
Magical.
I thought I had it too. I gave you guys too many hints.
I can't believe you liked Glover. I really can't believe you liked that game.
I did. I thought it was creative. And the beginning was spooky.
Well, the problem with the game is that the controls are really like iffy because
it's because on the 64.
Between the balls, switch between the balls, and sometimes you got the crystal, and sometimes you would like crack it, like when you did the drill move, and that was really frustrating. I remember that.
I remember that.
Because the biggest thing that kept me from mentioning it earlier was the fact that I didn't remember that coming out on computer. I barely remembered it being on PlayStation, but
it was the PlayStation version got worse.
Version.
The PlayStation version got worse ratings than the Nintendo 64 did. It had like 2s and shit.
Yeah. Wow, I did not know the station. I only knew it on 4.
I didn't know it was on computer. I just looked it up, and it was released for Windows.
Oh, it was.
I've never heard of it.
Dang.
So it was not using Google, guys. Uh-oh. It's lagging. It's lagging.
Wow.
I seriously thought he was shooting it down when I asked about the menu. What?
Guys, it's lagging. I don't know what's going on. You guys,
I can't believe I guessed that.
Oh,
that's awesome.
I also can't believe that you fucking like Glover. I'm a little embarrassed.
That's rude. All right.
I don't think we can be friends anymore, Kyle.
So that is the 2-hour mark, actually. That did take up a lot of our time. You guys are lagging out a bit. I don't know why. But so if you can or cannot hear me, that's fine. But we're going to go ahead and call that episode. That was a very good episode. I did enjoy the 20 questions. It was fun. So, again, if you guys like our content, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Go ahead, follow us on Twitter. We do have a Discord as well. 1 second. My bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we do have a Discord as well. Twitter, if you want to talk to us, drop a comment, anything. Just leave us some feedback, how you thought. If you want to see more of these 20 questions, let us know. Definitely. We would appreciate it. Again, I was joined by Jonathan, Sam, and Shawn. They are lagging up a storm. Do you think you guys can hear me enough to give me an outro?
Yes.
Give me an outro for the beautiful viewers.
Hugs and kisses and all your pink parts.
There it is. What about you, Sam?
You are incredible people, and you stay frosty.
Ooh, just kissing ass. What about you, Jonathan?
Well,
give me an outro.
You have
all aboard the
week.
train.
Yeah, all aboard the Nutella train.
All aboard the Nutella train.
There we go. All right, again.
And always remember to rock out with your cock out.
Yep, there you go. Rock out with your cock out. I like that.
Cocks for Harambe.
There we go. Thank you all for tuning in one last time. This was episode 16 of the Thought Patrol podcast, and you all have a fantastic week. I'm so happy.